Forgive me for looking a little bit bummy right now. You know, I'm just out doing errands and things such as that and getting groceries, just miscellaneous small things. So not out here trying to look my best or anything like that. But anyways, this video is not even about that, not even in the least bit. I just want to tell everybody out there, men and women, ladies and gentlemen, just be vigilant. So I got a little bit of a story to tell. I mean, I could tell the quick version of it, or you know, I could tell the long version. I think I'm going to tell the long version just to have a little bit of story inside of there for you guys. But I've been living inside of Japan for about 16 years now, and you know, it's a relatively safe place. This is completely unlike New York City. You don't feel threatened being out at night. You can walk the streets, any alleyway. You know, you don't have the premonition of any type of threat lingering about around the corner or anything like that, or waiting for you inside of some dark alley. Japan is a relatively safe place, and to put it like this place, it feels like you're living inside of a bubble, and there is no other place on earth. There's just no other place on earth that's like Japan. Even central Tokyo, essentially where I'm at, with there being about 35 million people inside the greater Tokyo area, it is generally safe. So now that I beat that to death, let me go ahead and say this. About literally a week ago from today, I had my camera stolen. This is worth, I'm estimating, I paid about 150,000 Japanese yen for this camera with the lens that was attached to it at the time that it was stolen. So let's say that's about 1,400 US dollars, right? That camera was stolen from me when I was at the beach. Now, before I get on and say a little bit more about the camera being stolen, let me just beat it in the ground one more time that Japan is generally a safe place. You don't have things getting stolen. I've dropped my wallet before inside of a train station unknowingly, like, you know, I use a little ticket scanner, like a card that has like some type of reader inside of it, and you scan it on a machine and it lets you through the ticket gate. So I scan that machine, the card is inside of my wallet, right? So I scan that machine, I walk through the ticket gate, and then I dropped my wallet unknowingly, made it to my destination station, realized I couldn't get out of the station because I don't have my wallet that has the ticket machine card inside of it, right? So I realized, okay, maybe I dropped this at my point of entry. So I take the train back 30 minutes to the origin station that I went in at. Sure enough, some Japanese person had picked up my wallet, and they had given my wallet, all money intact, all cards intact, to the train staff, and they had that waiting for me. It was a quick process. I got that back within like 30 minutes after proving my identity. You know, I showed a photo of myself that was inside of the wallet. You know, they matched it up with my face. I gave them my name. They knew it was me. 30 seconds later, I got the card back. So, like I said, Japan is generally safe. You lose something, you get things back. And I have a lot of friends that lose things like wallets, or they drop something, they generally get it back. I lost a computer at one point in time this year, and I've gotten that back as well. So, look at this guy getting all up inside of my frame. I mean, you want to be inside the video, guy, just go ahead. Anyways, all right, I was interrupted there. He got his camera time in. Anyways, guys, yeah, like I was saying, I lost a laptop before, I got that back. But this camera, this is not something that I lost. This is something that was stolen from me. And it was not by Japanese people. it was by foreigners, Westerners, people that looked just like me. So it was other people that looked like me that had taken this camera off of me. So the story about how this camera was taken so quickly. I went to this beach house. I was with a group of 3 people, and I was the 4th man inside of that group. 2 guys, 2 girls. We went to this beach house at Zushi Beach. This is close to a Navy base, and it's close to the city of Yokohama, which is like about the size of LA, and it's the bordering city of Tokyo, right? And we were inside of this salsa beach house called Oasis Latino. I've DJ'd at this beach house about a decade ago. And yeah, hold on, let me just have a seat real quick. So I DJ'd at this place about a decade ago, had a good time there. I know the owner of the place, of the beach house. I was with this girl, and you know, I took a few photos of me and my friends inside the beach house. We went outside of the beach house, took a few photos from the outside of it, and then we went back inside the beach house one more time, and we had a seat at the bar, all 4 of us. And while we were at this counter, I was telling this girl that I was with, you know, because I'm a photographer as well as a videographer and things like that. I said, listen, I would like to take your portrait. And, you know, I put down the camera for just a few seconds. And as I was getting ready to go outside and go start taking this girl's portrait at the beach, I reached for my camera, which I had placed down just literally maybe about 30 seconds, for about 30 seconds. And as I reach for it and my hand touches the bar counter and I reach for where the camera was, it just wasn't there anymore. And I looked around real quick, camera's just completely gone. The lens cap, which I had forgot to put back on the prime lens that was on the camera. That lens, by the way, was a 35 millimeter f1.8 Sony prime lens. I still had the lens cap, but the camera was gone. The 2 spare batteries that I had on me, which were inside of my bag, they were still inside of my bag. Everything was still in my bag. Just the camera that I had placed down on the countertop was gone. And wow, you don't know how my heart hit the floor at that moment in time that I realized it was gone. There's about 40 to 50-ish people running around inside of this beach house. No Japanese people in sight, all Western people. A majority of them from South American countries and from the Caribbean. Maybe a few African guys in there, but nobody's Japanese. After I realized the camera's gone, and I tell my friends the camera's gone, and we're all around searching, looking for it, I'm walking through this place and I'm looking everybody in the face, and everybody looks like a suspect to me. You have no idea who took it, but what some of my Facebook friends tell me, they say, yeah, Mark, you were being watched. This guy that stole your camera, this guy was a professional. He was looking at you and he was waiting for you to put that thing down. And like I said, within the span of 30 seconds, really, I'm not making this up. Within the span of 30 seconds, that camera was just absolutely gone. What's the point of reporting it? There's like so many electronic stores within the vicinity. Whether this person who stole the camera, whether they decide to sell it, it's impossible for me to hit up every used and electronic store, camera shop that sells used lenses, trying to look for this thing. It's just absolutely impossible. The camera's just gone. The least that I can do is I can get on Facebook forums. We have some forums some group pages. They're called sayonara cells, so I can look at all the sayonara cell pages inside the vicinity of the city that this camera was stolen in. And also I can get on Craigslist Tokyo and I can look there for the camera, but it's just a waiting game, just waiting for an opportunity to see if it's going to pop up, to see if somebody's going to try to sell it. There's a possibility that the person that stole it may not try to sell it. They might just want to keep this and use it for themselves because, hey, it's that nice of a camera. So it would be a shot in the dark to expect that it's going to show up on one of these sites and that I'm actually going to see it and going to be able to call the police to retrieve the camera. Sure, I got some pictures on my database and inside of my computer that I have taken of the serial number of the camera. If I find the camera, I could theoretically get it back, but the point is I'm not going to find the camera again. So I just want to tell everybody out there to watch your things and to be vigilant. Even in Japan, as safe of a country as this is, and with things not generally getting stolen, it doesn't matter where you are. There are those people lingering about that are waiting to steal things from people. You know, I got just a little bit too comfortable just being here inside of this country for this long. Obviously, I know inside of New York City, Paris, France, anywhere else in the world, you don't put down things for not even a millisecond because you know that they would be gone. But being in Japan, I just absolutely got too comfortable within 16 years of being here and knowing that usually we get things back if we were to drop it or forget it somewhere. But this is a different instance, whereas I was being watched. So, gentlemen, I just got back to creating content for this channel. What can I do? $1,400 camera gone. Just started recreating new content for the channel. So let's talk about the channel for just a moment and not the camera. I've already gotten some videos shot or some B footage or different types of footage from miscellaneous things that I can piece together and make a few videos from that, right? Maybe I'm looking to replace this camera within the next 3 to 4 months. 4 months at the latest, 3 months at the soonest. Just want to save up a little bit of cash. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy the exact same camera. Did I mention at the beginning of the video what camera this was? This is a Sony a6300. Now there's been 2 newer models released since the time that I've bought this camera. I may even get a Sony A7 III, Mark III. I'm thinking about one of those, right? A full frame camera, or I could just go back and get another crop sensor again. But anyways, I haven't decided on what I'm gonna get, but I just know that I will replace it with another Sony mirrorless camera, and that's gonna be that. Yeah, the videos, I got a few underneath my belt that I have on a hard drive of mine. I could try piecing these together and, you know, doing some narration. And so I have a little bit of content that I can use to tide me over until I can get something. But that's the story, gentlemen. Camera's gone. Just wanted to say, just be vigilant. Don't put your things down. Not even for a split second, because this was stolen right underneath my nose. Right underneath the nose of 4 people. And none of us saw it. Unsuspectingly, we didn't know who it was. That's it. Be vigilant. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Take care of your belongings. I guess that's what this video is about. Anyways, that's it, gentlemen. I thank you all for watching. Salute to you wherever you may be out in the world. And as always, gentlemen, even if nobody else does, you yourself, keep it classy.